Deganwy has a long and rich history, particularly here on the Fadra. The known history of this site stretches back over 2,000 years from the Iron Age. It's believed that Deganwy became the llys of the 6th century chieftain Myrddin of Gwynedd, and then in the year 822 the fortress here was sacked by the Saxon army of Ceolwulf of Mercia. In later history, around 1080, the Norman lord Robert of Rhuddlan built a castle here and died defending the castle from the Welsh. It was later regained by the Welsh and is mentioned in Gerald of Wales's chronicles as a noble structure. But again the castle was destroyed by the Welsh themselves in the face of threats from King John of England. In 1213, Llywelyn ap Iorwerth rebuilt Deganwy Castle. After the death of Llywelyn ap Iorwerth in 1240, both his sons Dafydd and Gruffydd did not have the strength to counter England's advance in Wales. Therefore they demolished the castle in expectation of the loss. During Henry III's 1244 campaign, the castle was again fortified, but the hardships of the soldiers camped here was highlighted in a letter preserved in Matthew Paris's Chronicles.
His Majesty the King is staying with his army at Deganwy for the purpose of fortifying a castle which is now built in a most strong position there. We are dwelling round it in tents, employed in watchings, fastings and prayers, and amidst cold and nakedness. In watchings through fear of the Welsh suddenly attacking us by night, in fastings on account of a deficiency of provisions, for a farthing loaf now cost 5 pence. In prayers, that we may soon return home safe and uninjured, and we are opposed by cold and nakedness, because our houses are of canvas and we are without winter clothing.
The castle began to be rebuilt by Henry III during his campaign in North Wales. This work was between 1245 and 1254, but the castle was never fully constructed. The castle consisted of a tower on each of the 2 hilltops, and in the saddle between them was a bailey. In 1263, after a long siege, the Welsh prince Llywelyn ap Gruffydd, grandson of Llywelyn ap Iorwerth, captured Deganwy Castle and instantly demolished it. Later again, Edward I, son of King Henry III, camped at the ruins of Deganwy, and instead of rebuilding the castle, recognised an area of greater strategic value of a riverside site across the River Conwy. Here he built Conwy Castle. Now all that remains of Deganwy Castle is the remains of the structure built by Henry III. Local tradition believes that the stone of this once proud and well fought after fortress was used to build the castle at Conwy. During 2011, Cadw implemented a programme of works to consolidate the remains, therefore preserving what remains of this nationally significant piece of heritage for future generations to enjoy.